All right, Friday show. Let's kick the weekend off right. You are very wise to be here. Let's fucking do it.
Just listen up, motherfuckers, I'm about to spit about the world's greatest show, yeah, this is it. It is if I'm getting insane. This dude out of his mouth, just dismisses thing. When show on drops, it's time to begin. To talk around chefs and make fun of them. Let the trash roll over, the world's on fire. We are parody, shit's getting dire. Religious bullshit, it won't make you feel like dying. Cause you're touching more children and only you might need. Go from zeros to heroes just for one day. It's the world's greatest show and it's coming your way. Rock. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. And we never grow. Time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. And we never grow. Time for the Dusty Show.
What in the fuck is up, heroes? Thank you for joining me tonight on the world's greatest one-man show. It's the Dusty Show, and as always, we're gonna do what we fucking do here tonight and kill it. It's the Friday show, so thank you for joining me tonight. Kick your weekend off right. Oh, look at this, Misty. You guys demanded Misty. She's in here with the A-team, even though she's NWO New World Order, New World Order. And you know, when you're New World Order for life. And what you gonna do, little traitor cat, but you still precious, aren't you, baby? So thank you for joining me and Misty tonight. Gonna put on a good show, appreciate you. And shout out to a hero, Nassim. Sent me some of these things, Hell yeah, Nassim, you are a king amongst men. Have not had any, smoke in a while. Legal smoke is legal. It's 100% legal. Legal smoke. I have not had any in a while, folks. I've been sober and, might I say, bored out of my goddamn mind. But got stoned yesterday. I mean, not stoned, whatever legal term for that. So then watch some movies, the TV. We're going to do some reviews on the after party as usual. But thank you to Sam for making my week better. We got a laser pointer in here. Gonna see how the fuck that goes. Laser pointer. Get it, Misty. Oh, you know, okay, no, you're off the bed now. That's not useful. Whatever. We'll try it again later. And all right, as always, super chats are enabled, folks. Don't miss out on your opportunity to immortalize yourself on the world's greatest show. Supplies are limited. Limit 200 per viewer. So get them in early, get them in often. Super chats, if you don't know how to do it, figure it out. You're very smart and/or handsome and sexy. So you can do it. I have no doubt in my mind. I have complete confidence in my very, very intelligent audience. And what happened to the fucking thing? I guess I accidentally shut it down. All right, let me move it over here. And there's your chat. I see you guys. What's up, dirty, sexy pores? I missed you, as always. And all right, let's go and kick the show off, folks. I got a new section. I don't know if I'll ever do this again, but I made a little graphic for it anyway. A little something I like to call Russia. Yeah, I hate to say it, folks, but I think Russia is buying America. I think it may be a done deal. We done let it happen. We sort of deserve whatever the fuck it gets. You guys know who Lauren Chan is? Been around for fucking ever. This girl been around for, 10 years. Almost since the beginning that I've been doing this shit. And always chud, right-wing influencer, complete fucking moron. Well, apparently she's behind all the latest Russian accusations. Her and her husband started a company funded by the Ruskies, and they gave them like $10 million to sell out our country. I think she's Canadian or something, but it don't matter. People from all over the world, Malaysia, Canada, don't matter. They all interfere in our elections and get paid handsomely to do it, folks. Because if you're a giant piece of shit, never ending to the money you can make being a fucking giant piece of shit. So her and her husband seem like they might be in a little bit of trouble, y'all. Just to clarify, because I think it's important to note, the indictment alleges that the founders of the company, Lauren Chen and her husband, intentionally deceived the influencers mentioned below. Yeah, they were misled, folks. They were fooled, bamboozled, even though, come on, give me a fucking break. So even if your video gets seen, let's say 100,000 times, CPMs, which means the money you make per 1,000, is like $3 on YouTube. So 100,000 views is like $300. They pay these people $100,000 instead of 300. So you're telling me not once did you think to yourself, hey, this video's tops maybe worth $1,000. Why are they paying me 100 times what it's worth, huh? Oh, I no idea. I guess I'll just play stupid and take the fucking money. But they knew what they were doing, folks. No matter how much they try to plead ignorance, can see right through them. But who could have possibly say that Lauren Chen was behind this? First off, apparently she got fired from the Blaze. She was working for Glenn Beck. Yeah, no shocker there. She had 572,000 subscribers on YouTube. And it's not like my channel. I have like 220,000, but those are like legacy subscribers. I mainly have maybe 10,000 real ones. So 572,000 is a fucking lot. Conservatives always kill it on social media. It's like playing on fucking easy mode. And they deleted her channel, folks. Deleted her YouTube channel. She's off Turning Point USA. Deleted belly up. We'll see if she gets any prison time. But I wish there was some kind of clue that she was a sellout, folks. I wish we would have had some kind of hint that she was a really shitty human being.
When it comes to dealing with the rights woman problem, there are definitely those of you out there who will just say, well, it's simple, we need to repeal the 19th. And trust me, I am no fan of the 19th Amendment myself. I think it, more so than anything else, solidified in our consciousness the idea that the political process should be one person, one vote, which is not a good system. I don't believe in democracy. I believe individual rights and limited government are way more important than the idea of everybody having a vote. And if the past few generations have showed us anything, it's that democracy and individual rights and limited government don't often go hand in hand. I'm in favor of a limited franchise, and by the way, no, that's not a radical position. That is the position that the founding fathers have. When it comes to
let's repeal the amendment that gave women the right to vote. Let's get rid of democracy. Hate it. At least she's honest about it. No wonder she's so popular amongst the rightoids. And then there's so many tweets that have popped up from these people that, in hindsight, a little bit too much on the nose, like this one. As much as I would love to shill out to that level for the shekels, I couldn't get a sponsor for every video, even if I tried. Wiki, tongue out. I can't get no sponsors. Oh, you did. You got a big sponsor, Lauren Chen. How's that working out for you? And once again, folks, I can't believe this is a real video, but it is. This is not AI. This is a real video she put out before she got caught being a stooge and selling out America for the Ruskies. Here she is saying that anybody that does this type of thing is pretty evil.
Hey, Lauren here. Let's talk about government propaganda. You know, the stuff that you see coming out of North Korea or heck, even Russia.
Or your mouth.
Let's talk about Russia for a second.
Please.
As Vice News put out, Russian TikTok influencers are actually being paid to spread Kremlin propaganda. And in fact, as people on social media have found, there are several different Russian TikTok influencers
and
who can be seen reading the exact same script to their audience, words that were probably given to them by the Russian government.
Right?
Thank goodness. That type of thing would never happen in a Western country.
Yeah, thank goodness. Nobody in a Western country would ever be this much of a giant sack of shit to sell out all of the citizens of this country, all of the decent people, for a couple $1 million. Thank God that she is not a giant sack of shit like everybody else she is condemning right now.
So outrageous.
Yeah, oh God. Just how is this fucking real life? Talking about every accusation being a confession. Can't make this shit up. Meanwhile, name this band. Yeah, The Pretenders. I agree with Liam Neeson. No relation to the actor. Yeah, they are all the grifters in the same room together, selling out the United States of America, selling out democracy, selling out decency. Meanwhile, they found some past videos from Bald Tim Pool that, in hindsight, seem a little iffy. Here he is talking to Emma Vigilante about how he don't have no sponsors for his show. Say what now?
Part of what we do is we try to respond to some of the right-wing ecosystem on the internet because there's a vacuum truly left.
Yes.
You guys have a lot more money than the left-wing media space.
Yes, you do.
We just try to combat it a little bit.
I think the issue with that, I can understand why you'd say that, but it looks like this is a great way to kick off the show, actually, like the start of the culture war. I actually don't think that whatever this space has more money, because this is a fractured independent space of varying ideologies.
Tim, I'm in your compound right now.
Yeah, I'm rich. I mean, Sam's had way more subscribers than me for a long, long time.
Right.
And he just, like, and I'm not saying this to be, like, mean. I'm saying if he doesn't know how to turn revenue, the issue is more so you need, like, a COO or somebody.
That's right. I'm rich because I'm a genius, folks. It's not because right-wing dickheads, rich assholes are paying us tons of money. It's not because Russians are literally funding the show. It's because I'm a super genius. I just know how to make that cash. Now, hey, you lefties, if you were as smart as my beanie ass was, you could make all the money that I do. But no, we can't, Tim. The reason you're making all this money is because rich billionaires and millionaires want to spread your message, because conning people into voting against their own best interest and spreading right-wing outrage allows them to not pay an extra dime or two in fucking taxes. And so, yes, they will heavily fund your side. Not only that, but they will fund bots that make you guys seem way, way more popular than you already fucking are. Why would these people fund channels like mine who are calling for higher taxes on them? They wouldn't. So complete fucking bullshit all the time. I'm just a genius. I'm a monetary brilliant Einstein. That's why I'm rich. No, you're a piece of shit fucking sellout funded by the worst elements of goddamn society, because you divide the country. You spread division. You spread hatred. You spread fucking violence. And that's what they want, to tear us goddamn apart, to divide and conquer us. And you are their MVP who is highly fucking paid to sell us out, motherfucker.
I'm going to say, here's how we provide something to a market that generates revenue so we can expand our business. So we're better at that here, I suppose, is the easy way to put it.
Well, no, because what you say here is more attractive to investors and advertisers. I mean, we're basically only members.
We have no investors, he says. No investors.
And okay.
Okay, sure, we believe you, but you do. Literally paid him $400,000 a month, folks. I did the math. I would have to work over 7 years and make 800 videos for as much money as he made doing 4 videos for the Russians. That's how lopsided it is. And no amount of genius monetizing my show is going to close that deficit, Tim Pool. There is a reason you're making all this fucking money. It's ill-gotten gains because you sell out. You've sold out. You sold out everybody for a paycheck. You don't have any morals. You don't have any fucking scruples. And I guess hate the game, don't hate the player. But it really doesn't seem like they're going to be punished for it in any way, folks. It seems like they're circling the wagons around these people. They're declaring that they're victims here. They're actually going to sell us out to the Russians, make millions of dollars, and be more popular because of it. And this whole tenant thing is just one thing we know about. Just one thing they got caught with. Imagine how much they're actually doing beyond this, folks. Imagine how many people in his Patreon are just Russian bots, dumping money on top of money on top of money on these people. How many of them are bots that give them likes, give them views and shit, pump up their channels, make it look more popular than they are? It's not just the Russians doing it, though. It's also the rich in unison flooding these zones with money and bots to make them look way more popular than they are, so that they can dominate social media, which they are, folks. And like I said, it seems like it's working to me. They do dominate. And Tim Pool himself knows exactly how the game is played. Don't believe me, just listen to him.
So what happens with social media, particularly YouTube, where it's really easy, you can have a foreign agent or even the government or some corporation or whatever say, this guy talks about things that we really like. Dump ad money into his channel through Google AdSense, and they'll never know we were the ones funding him, and you can't prove it.
So
exactly.
Do you think you think that's something like YouTube should be looking into, or somebody should audit YouTube for that kind of information?
Definitely.
If it's foreign?
You think YouTube's in on it?
I don't think YouTube's in on it. I think YouTube doesn't care.
Yeah, 'cause
And
it
as
serves
long
their
as
goal.
journalists don't call them out for it, they're not going to say anything.
That's going to cause another.
He knows, folks. He knows exactly what's going on. So when he plays ignorant and plays the victim, don't believe it for a fucking second. He knows how the game is played. We all know how it's played. Some of us decide to play the game. Some of us decide not to play the game. Some of us specifically play against the game. but not these motherfuckers. Just no integrity. Here he is insinuating, along with Purge Mass Laura Loomer, that anybody who sells out and betrays our country should be put to death.
We were talking about crime and punishment, and Donald Trump needs to go after these people. Laura was saying, take the gloves off, stop being nice to them, fuck them. And I said they should all be arrested. There should be lists.
Yep.
Laura said we should give anyone who committed treason the death penalty, and then the show gone.
Yeah.
Because
woo!
YouTube doesn't allow calls for the death
Preach!
penalty. That's why they deleted our episode of Alex Jones the first time it happened 3 years
Just kidding, by the way. I don't want anybody to get the death penalty.
ago. And he didn't even say anything crazy. He said, I agree with Bill Gates. We should have firing squads. And he later was like, I meant vaccines. Line them up. Give them shots. Get them. He was it's like I was making a joke. I was sarcastically
Well,
saying,
I'm not going to pull an Alex Jones. I stand by everything I said. I'm not sorry for anything I said. I truly believe that there may be different interpretations of what it means to commit treason. I truly believe that the people who engaged in the coup against Donald Trump and have caused civil unrest and chaos in our country for the last 7 years through Crossfire Hurricane and also through these what I believe are illegal witch hunts against the president of the United States right now, unconstitutional witch hunts against Donald Trump. They are treasonous. They are traitors. They should get the death penalty when they are jailed in the next Trump administration. And I'm not going to apologize for what I said. I, was not trying to get your stream taken down, but my belief is held by millions of Americans. And
you're saying
I really do believe that
when they are arrested, or when they're indicted, arrested, tried,
they have a trial.
and convicted,
Yes.
should they be found to have committed treason by a jury of their peers, you say death penalty.
absolutely.
Yeah, folks. Sounds good to Tim Pool. I am against this. I do not agree with Tim Pool that if he is found guilty of treason, he should be put to death. Okay? Just saying. But, oh no. Might want to watch your words. Might want to keep your words sweet. Because you might have to eat them, Tim Pool. Meanwhile, he's just trying to meme his way through it, folks. They're just trying to joke away the accusations, and it looks like it's going to work.
I remember back when they said I was funded by the CIA. Then it was right-wingers. Now it's the Russians. Tomorrow it will be, I don't know, Poland or something.
Yeah, it's all a big fucking joke, folks. Sell out our whole goddamn country. It's a big fucking joke. Literally going to get rewarded for it even more. And it seems to be working. And yeah, memes, I like the memes at least. Let's see who's behind this. Yes, Putin, of course. Putin with his dick on your head, ratatouilleing your bald fucking ass.
And I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
And of course, this one. Yep, here you are. You're a little mini Dr. Evil, mini Putin. But you still got your beanie on because you're pathetic and incredibly fucking insecure. Meanwhile, apparently they're putting out a new Civil War game in honor of Tim Pool, because he's always trying to get us to commit civil war against each other, as the Russians want him to do, and comes with its own beanie, folks. So, hey, are you incredibly insecure about being bald? Now's your chance to get your Tim Pool beanie. Cover that shit up. Nobody will notice you're incredibly fucking insecure. It definitely won't make you look beta as fuck. Meanwhile, this tweet aged amazingly. Elon Musk, where's all this pro-Russian propaganda? We don't see it. Yeah, where could it be? Where could all this pro-Russian... You are the ones... Signal boost for all these people continuously, folks. Literally the richest man in the world using one of the biggest social media platforms on earth to continuously promote Russian propaganda and then going to gaslight to our very fucking face. Meanwhile, of course, Benny Shapiro's out there defending these people, because of course he is traitors defending traitors.
This is correct, Dave Rubin and Tim Cast and Benny Johnson aren't the issue here. They were apparently deceived by the company founders who were allegedly taking Russian cash.
Yeah, sure. They're the victims, folks. They got millions of dollars to sell out our country, but they're the victims. Eternal victim complex. Never take any fucking responsibility for anything. That is Republicanism 101 by demanding everybody else don't play the victim. Take responsibility for your mistakes, but never do. And yeah, as Jim Swift said, no, it's exactly the issue, Ben. When people are paying you $400,000 a month, which is more money than they have ever made before by far, they didn't wonder, gee, who is that kind of money? And why are they spending it on me? They knew or they didn't want to know. They purposely didn't ask any questions. Why are they funding me at this rate? Why do they like what I'm saying so much? Maybe it's because you're dividing America. Maybe because you're saying that stuff on purpose because you know you're going to make money off of it. Maybe you've tested the waters repeatedly. Years ago, you started the game where, hey, I talked about this. I saw my Patreon go up. I'm going to talk about this again. Hey, it went up again. I'm going to keep talking about it. You've let the money, the dollar signs guide your entire career, which is why you are nothing but a bought and paid for puppet, a stooge. But a rich one, I'll give you that. And as Sink says, Jink, whatever the fuck his name is, Jink, the idea that Tim Pool, you misspelled ball, Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, etc., didn't even Google a guy who was giving them $400,000 a month is ridiculous. Those videos were worth about $50 to $100, and they got paid $100,000 per video. $5 million a year, and you didn't even do a search of who's giving it to you? Come on. Yes, it defies any credibility. It's insulting to any thinking person's intelligence that they didn't have at least some kind of idea about what the fuck was going on. But like I said, it looks like they're going to get away with it, folks. There is no justice in our society. Justice is a fairy tale they tell you so you don't ride in the streets. And yep, here's funded by billionaires, Benny Johnson, draping himself in the American flag as he literally sells our country out for ill-gotten gains. Draping yourself in the American flag while allegedly being paid to spread Russian propaganda is the absolute state of the MAGA movement right now. And yeah, but they're winning, folks. I really do think Donald Trump is the odds-on favorite right now to be the president. I hate to say that, but it looks like Vladimir Putin is going to be successful in buying our country. And these people don't give a shit. They're going to take the fucking money and sell us out in a goddamn heartbeat. And yes, and now a word from our sponsor as Vladimir Putin cranks out his verbal diarrhea using Trump influencer as his puppets. And yes, they are dominating everything. 9 out of the 10 top posts on social media, right-wingers. All the top channels on YouTube, right-wingers, can barely even scrape by if you're a left-winger, folks. There's not even a little bitty tiny market for it. Meanwhile, shockingly, Tenet Media, you know, the company that was owned by Lauren Shin, backed by Russians in order to spread Russian propaganda, were giant fans of Joe Rogan. This is the type of thing they use to divide us, folks. Tenet Media repost. They will charge you $8,000 a day. Joe Rogan breaks down Brazil charging people to access X, even through a VPN. Yep. Johnny on the spot to defend Elon Musk. And here they are, spreading his incredibly horrible Netflix stand-up special, one of the worst stand-up specials of all time. We lost a lot of people during COVID, and most of them are still with us, are still alive. Yep, they love this, folks. They love COVID propaganda, anti-vax misinformation. Spread that shit all day long. This is who's got your back, Joe Rogan. Of course, they don't care. $500 million, I guess, eases that conscience a lot. Remember when we made fun of this video, folks, where Tucker Carlson went over to Russia, into the Russian supermarkets, and talked about how cheap everything was and how much better Russia was than the United States of America? Well, it turns out they found that he did not want to even post this video because even he thought this video was too much of a shill for Russia. And his Russian handlers at Tenet Media encouraged him to share it anyway, folks.
So a long-standing feature, maybe the longest-standing feature of Cold War propaganda in the West was the Soviet grocery store. No products, no choices, shoddily made things. And it wasn't actually propaganda, it was real. And you can look up the pictures on the internet.
But now, folks,
the low-carb lifestyle is not
so good. So awesome.
Also is the source of most of the grapes. Used to legitimately angry. So we were guessing what this would cost. Everybody hears from the United States, buys groceries, and we didn't pay any attention to costs as we were just putting in the cart what we would actually eat over a week. And we all came in around $400, about $400. It was $104 US here. And that's when you start to realize that ideology maybe doesn't matter as much as you thought, corruption. If you take people's standard of living and you tank it through filth and crime and inflation, and they literally can't buy the groceries they want, At that point, maybe it matters less what you say or whether you're a good person or a bad person. You're wrecking people's lives in their country, and that's what our leaders have done to us.
Literally taking millions of dollars to show Russian propaganda, folks, right in front of our face, and they still call him a hero. They still are defending him, making him more popular than ever, because there is no penalty for being a giant sack of shit in this fucking country. And unsurprisingly, so many of the accounts were devoted to spreading anti-gay propaganda, because this is how Russian divides us. Detransitioning your kid is a hate crime, says BC, Lauren Southern, every one of them. This phase is now transphobic. Dave Rubin, Ball Temple, trans athletes dominate in women's volleyball. Tenant Media. This was most of what they were spreading, folks. This is how they divide us. The anti-woke mind virus spread by the most vile humans among us for millions of dollars. Tim Cass in real life. Putin makes LGBTQ illegal in Russia, which he is for, by the way. Just absolutely disgusting. Meanwhile, the criminals circling the wagons around each other. Here's Dan Bongino, who is a hugely popular right-wing podcaster. Another one of these guys who, don't be surprised if it turns out he is on the Russian payroll. If he's not like on Tenet's payroll, probably in his Patreon or somewhere else. Lots and lots of funding, because they all are. But here he is, warning all his other co-conspirators not to talk to the police. Here's the pro-police people telling everybody to shut up, just like a criminal organization does.
But I'd be remiss as a former federal agent to not warn people that given these accusations, are other people, I'm not accusing anyone specifically, I want to be clear, are people working with the feds right now to try to ensnare other conservative influencers into this alleged operation? I'm just going to say this. Be very careful who you're emailing, and be very careful who you're talking to, and be very careful that you're not talking to someone working with the feds on the other end of the line.
Yeah, definitely. They're the law and order people. They love the cops. Don't talk to the cops. It's a fucking mafia criminal organization. Need to charge these motherfuckers with a RICO. Meanwhile, did you guys know that they were also behind the funding of the show, The New Norm? Remember this show? We made fun of it, The New Norm. They did one episode, they disappeared for fucking ever. Who could have possibly seen that Russia was behind this bullshit? Just holy God. Meanwhile, this is how Fox News is covering it, folks. A bunch of rich influencers sold out our whole goddamn country, dividing us, trying to collapse democracy as we know it. Just giggling, smiling, smarmy, weasel, greasy, giant sacks of ball shit.
On this. Okay. I think that Vladimir Putin wants the guy who stood next to him in Helsinki and says, oh, he didn't do anything. He told me we were just meeting, and he said he didn't interfere in the election at all, even though our own Department of Justice had found that he did. What I find interesting about everyone's analysis thus far on this topic is that you're leaving out the juiciest tidbit, which is that the Russians were paying Tim Pool and Benny Johnson $400,000 a month for a weekly video that would go out to their millions of followers.
$400,000 a month?
Yes, more than Hunter Biden was making.
You know, I'm available too if you want to pay me.
Yeah, I'll sell out my country for a dime. You know I will. I wouldn't buy a used car from this guy. He is so slimy. What a lizard person.
That's what you do. You make a joke out of it, and they
It's a big joke.
denied that they knew that it was coming from a Russian in that way, but they were getting.
Where did you get that info? Because I thought it was going through. I thought it was going through Lauren Chen. Wasn't it her company?
Well,
and that
it's
it was
that
done,
Tennessee-based
yes,
company.
and that they hired him
online.
as to do something. And
well,
then
they've been
let
doing
go.
videos, and these kinds of talking points have been showing up in those videos.
Oh,
and
you mean like talking points like inflation's high?
No, like talking about.
They sold our country to the Russians. Oh, we're patriots.
DEI is bad.
Yeah, that,
Or like
that
let
definitely
Russia,
Russian.
let Russia have Ukraine. It sows discord, which is the point. That they want people, first of all, to think that life is completely terrible under the Biden-Harris administration.
Okay, let me ask you.
Yeah, exactly right. It does not matter if they previously held these ideas, which I don't believe they did. They changed their ideas based on the money. They know what's coming in. They know what they're getting paid to say, and then they evolve their entire content to revolve around that. That's how it works. Tim Pool just admitted to it, explained how the game is played. But it doesn't matter, folks. Here's Marco Rubio, also on Fox News, defending this bull fucking shit.
Every one of those stories are real and truthful. Can you explain to me and this audience what that indictment's about?
Okay, so disinformation is something totally different from what they are going after or describing. Disinformation is when you make up things that aren't true. And
that's what they continuously do, though. Like a giant section of what they have in their content is either not true or it's lies by omission, spin. So regardless how you look at it, it is misinformation.
Spread it so people think they're true. In this particular case, we are talking about pre-existing political opinions.
Bullshit. You think Tim Pool believes a goddamn word that he says? Of course he doesn't. Tim Pool will say anything. All these people will, for money. They literally don't believe a fucking word they say. It's all bullshit.
In the United States, these are pre-existing political opinions that have existed well before any Russian engagement or involvement.
Yes, but the reason they're being spread en masse like this is because Russia is paying for it. You know, I have lots of pre-existing left-wing positions. It's not being spread far and fucking wide by Russia, right? Which is the whole fucking point.
What have you. One of the indictments that came out yesterday, it does not allege that these people that they say were being funded by the secret donor that was hiding their true identity, they already had these opinions. They already believed in these.
No, they didn't. They changed their opinions over fucking time. Tempo used to have way different opinions until he started getting paid to say this shit. And so the millions started flowing in, and every single thing he ever said he believed in, 100% fucking changed.
Things. They legitimately believe in the views that they're espousing.
No, they don't.
They
absolutely fucking do not. Just like every shameless televangelist doesn't actually believe in all the bullshit they tell their congregation. Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, Lauren Chen, they don't believe anything they say. They are nothing fucking people.
Victims. They were targets of a fraud.
They're the
someone
victims.
Posing as just a regular investor had Russian money.
They got millions of dollars. They're the victims. Oh, poor bald Tim Pool. I feel so sorry for him. I can't believe he got fooled into taking millions of dollars. Just holy God, it's so depressing. Meanwhile, king shit right here. Everywhere this man's about to spit is fire.
I told you, mi gente, for how long have I been saying this very same shit here on TikTok? It's been confirmed by the Department of Justice that on the right-wing side of TikTok, along with other social media platforms, you have nothing but a bunch of lying traders, content creators, getting paid by the Russian government to spread all of their bullshit misinformation and disinformation. If you have ever wondered before how come so many of them have such a large following and activity on their bullshit pages, in spite of their clear mediocrity,
Very mediocre.
This is exactly how, mi gente. Putin is helping all of these huelebichos with their engagement.
Yes.
And why Russia is doing this? Because Russia wants Trump in power again.
Yes.
And why Russia wants Trump in power again? Because Trump has also been paid by Russia to cause all the chaos and division that he has caused during the past 9 years.
True.
The truth is, mi gente, that the entire MAGA cult is nothing more than a walking Russian propaganda machine full of fucking traitors.
Yes.
Stay woke, mi gente.
Stay woke, mi gente. Whatever the fuck that means. But yes, I'm sorry to say, folks, I think it's working. I do think it's working. I think Vladimir Putin is going to, unless something drastically changes, get away with purchasing the United States of America. They're going to get Trump in there. The first thing they're going to do is remove all funding from the Ukraine, and then that'll be it. Putin will just roll right the fuck over them. Donald Trump will sit on his hands, let him fucking do it. That's what's going to fucking happen. Send the money that we're sending to the Ukraine right now. He's going to send it to Israel, so Israel can completely finish its job of flattening the West Bank and Palestine, taking over. And here is what real stealing of elections look like, folks. It looks like Kamala Harris has a almost 59% chance to win the popular vote to Donald Trump's 41% chance. But Electoral College, Donald Trump is up 58.2%, folks, to 41.6%. So we live in this slave era system that literally makes certain people, including blacks and Latinos, votes count 5-6% less than white folks on average. And it leads to this, folks. the people that get the least amount of votes can win. And it looks like he's on track to do that again. Once again, not saying he would. Maybe he'll get crushed in the debate. I'm hoping. Something I'm hoping will happen. But as of now, I am not optimistic, folks. It seems like the Russian propaganda machine and their efforts to buy up and destroy American democracy is going to happen. Hopefully, I'm not just fear-mongering. We'll see. I'll try to be optimistic, even though I'm fucking not. And the Democrats never done anything about trying to get a constitutional amendment to end it whatsoever. So they don't actually give a shit either, folks. It's all a dog and fucking pony show. Democrats, born losers. Sean Insanity. Yep, hard to believe he's even still in the fucking air. Smelly Waters, Greasy Waters. The dude's such a greaseball. Electoral College is DEI for rural white Republicans. True story. No meritocracy. My vote should count more because of where I live. Doesn't make any fucking sense. And, yeah, what a great system. Democracy also is pretty much just a fucking fairy tale. Garbage planet. And all right, we're all out, folks. Get your super chats in. Don't leave me hanging. If you like that section, reward me for it on the super chats. But for now, it's time for...
Just watch, talking about just watch.
We talk about shows and we make fun of them. Woo. First up, on Extra Watch. Donald Trump did another series of rallies, interviews, town halls the last couple days, and seems like he doesn't have a lot of energy, folks. I guess he doesn't have to when you got a Russia backing you every step of the way and taking over social media. Anyway, seems like he was kind of bombing at the New York Economic Club.
And the Arab nations, and we're very honored to have some of my friends here with us today from that part of the world. But they're working very hard, despite being here, that I not be your president. They don't like me. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris can't bring down the price of anything because her energy policies are driving up the cost of everything.
Low energy Donald Trump. Just good God. You need to take your Adderall, dude. Meanwhile, dementia Donald J. Trump was also giving a press release about his new, I guess they're doing a hearing for another E. Jean Carroll suing, you know, the girl he sexually assaulted, the woman he sexually assaulted. Here he is recounting another woman who accused him of sexual assault, and he can't even remember her name, folks. I guess he's sexually assaulted so many women, been accused by so many women, that he draws a blank.
And her name was whoever. Let's see. Her name was who? Swornoff, yeah. I don't have it. Whatever her name was.
Whatever.
I don't know the lady, so perhaps it's much better that way, but I really don't know the lady.
Dementia Don! Oh, and not there, folks. Imagine if Joe Biden was doing this. The media would not shut the fuck up over it. Different set of rules when it comes to Donald Trump. Meanwhile, it's just so low. Such a slimy sack of shit. Here he is once again saying that he could not have possibly have sexually assaulted this woman because she's too ugly for him. She's not one of the chosen ones like Neo. You have to be like special to be chosen for me to sexually assault you, folks. Imagine anybody giving this man a vote.
And I start kissing her and making out with her. What are the chances of that happening? What are the chances? And
the jury said 100%.
Frankly, I know you're going to say it's a terrible thing to say, but it couldn't have happened. It didn't happen. And she would not have been the chosen one. She would not have been the chosen one.
Imagine saying that about a sexual assault victim. She wouldn't have been the chosen one. Hey, if I was going to sexually assault somebody, I would have sexually assaulted some hot babe.
She has gone around for years.
Just crazy, folks. And I was actually talking to my cousin Ken, and he kind of pissed me off for saying this. He said, you really think he sexually assaulted that woman? She's not very attractive. And I was like, oh, my God. First off, I showed him the clip where he, during a deposition, was shown a picture of the woman that he sexually assaulted, and he mistook her for his wife. You know, his wife that he married and was definitely sexually attracted to, had kids with. So he was clearly sexually attracted to this woman. And then I showed him a picture of Donald Trump's wife at the time, who, in my opinion, wasn't a very attractive woman. So his standards weren't that fucking high. And then I explained to them that it has nothing to do with raping and sexually assaulting people that you think are hot. Rape is about power. It's not really about sex. So all of that was just so cringe-worthy. I had to correct him on that. But just fucking disgusting. Bottom of the barrel. Can't get any goddamn lower than Trump and Trump supporters. Meanwhile, this should be in the Beyond Parenting section, but let's just do it in the Show What section. How can this be real life right now?
For 4 straight years, I fought for American workers like I would fight for my own family. I took care of our economy like I would take care of my own company. In every decision
Yeah, took care of the American economy like he did his own companies. He literally bankrupted a casino. He bankrupted multiple businesses, folks. Here's the demolition of Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. Yeah, I mean, he's right, I guess. Trump, for once, telling the truth. He ran the American economy exactly like he runs his businesses. Left office with 14 million less jobs than he entered with. Pretty much almost single-handedly destroyed our entire fucking economy. But at least, folks, the accusations of how weird they are definitely getting under his skin. I love it, folks.
JD is not weird. He's a solid rock. I happen to be a very solid rock. We're not weird. We're other things, perhaps, but we're not weird.
Yeah, we might be sexual assaulters, rapists, con artists, just lying, cheating sacks of shit, but we're not weird, he says, as he puts on another couple fresh coats of orange paint.
But he is a weird guy. He walks on the stage. There's something wrong with that guy. And he called me weird. And then the fake news media picks it up. That was the word of the day. Weird, weird, weird. They're all going,
You are super fucking weird, dude. And I love the fact that it's under your goddamn skin. Cry more, bitch. And then, here's his takes on global warming.
When people talk about global warming, I say the ocean is going to go down 1/100th of an inch within the next 400 years. That's not our problem.
It's going to go down 1/100th of an inch over the next 400 years. That's not our problem. This dude is saying about global warming, one of the most serious policy positions of our time.
Our problem is nuclear warming, and we better be smart.
Nuclear warming, folks! Kamala gonna make a nuclear war. Let's not worry about goddamn global warming. Remember RFK Jr. said anybody that denies global warming, especially politicians, should be put in prison for it. Was his main issue. Does not give a shit. Just shows you how fucking full of shit he is. No backbone, no morals, no integrity, nothing. And he was asked, folks, how you gonna bring down child daycare, basically. I don't know if you misunderstood the question or not, but it's just rambling fucking nonsense. Actually, I'm just going to skip this one. I'm tired of listening to Trump. Let's skip that one. His basic answer was just word fucking salad. But this clip at least is more entertaining. Here is an artist recreation of what is going on inside Trump's head when he's giving these speeches.
Morning, everybody. Let's have a good shift.
What's your plan to make life more affordable and bring down inflation for someone like me?
Okay, the economy. Let's go with a quote no one's heard of and then immediately back away from it.
You know, they say you're going to vote with your stomach. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's a little bit true.
Good. Can I get an unverifiable generalization in 3, 2...
And groceries, food has gone up at levels that nobody's ever seen before. We've never seen anything like it.
Scary numbers, please.
50, 60, 70%.
Thank you. By the way, that breakfast sandwich looks good. What's in it?
You take a look at bacon and some of these products and...
Whoops, didn't mean to do that, but it worked out. Okay, so let's pump up the crazy a little.
Some people don't eat bacon anymore.
Too many specifics, pull back.
And we are going to get the energy prices down.
They're going to ask how, pivot to the Dems.
You know, this was caused by their horrible energy.
Uh-oh, we're just hanging mid-sentence. What do you got?
By the way, we're literally pumping much more oil right now than we ever did under Donald Trump.
Someone jump in.
Wind, they want wind all over the place.
All right, good save. That was close. Okay, everybody, remember the motto. When in doubt, just say anything. It will work. All right, let's cue the joke.
But when it doesn't blow, we have a little problem.
Not great, but let's move on.
This was caused by energy. This was really caused by energy and also their unbelievable spending. They're spending us out of
Remember the motto, anything will work. Somebody.
wealth, actually. They're taking our wealth away. But it was
That is the bumper sticker. All right, I'm going to put them on autopilot for just a quick second. Quick reminder to all the new people. Make sure that you clock in and out. Please do not leave him on sharks and batteries before you go on your lunch break, Neil. And
Neil.
lastly, remember where you are. There is no HR department. Okay, I'm going to go cry.
I'm going to join him in the crying, and that was Dave Colombo on TikTok. Be sure to go subscribe to Dave if you're on the TikTok. And that Dementia Don, once again, seems to be forgetting who he's running against for president.
I can't imagine New Hampshire voting for him. Anybody in New Hampshire, because they're watching right now, but anybody in New Hampshire that votes for Biden.
Yeah, nobody's going to vote for Biden because he's not running. You've forgotten who you're running against. Good God. Imagine if Biden kept making gaffes like this, folks. Gaffes. And let's go ahead and do the immigrant hatred. He's got to fear-monger about brown people. Make sure that we don't have a day that there's not violent rhetoric towards immigrants.
And how about what they're doing to our schools? They're going into schools. They're beating the hell out of our other pupils. We're giving them chairs, and we're telling people that have been there, families that have had their children in that school, you can't go to that school anymore.
Yes, super true, folks. The illegals are sending the kids into the schools, and they're just beating the fuck out of cute little blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girls. And they're like, fuck you, white girl. You can't even go to the school anymore because the illegal aliens. Get the fuck out of here. They kick them out of the schools. God damn it. Kamala Harris gonna kill your blue-eyed little white girl. This good guy. This is why you continuously see Trump supporters go back to where you came from and insult, assault brown people. Let's skip that one. I'm getting tired of listening to Donald Trump speak. And one more on Donald Trump. One more. Imagine saying this with a straight face. And then also, imagine being stupid enough to clap for this.
Caracas, Venezuela has almost no crime.
That's right. Caracas and Venezuela, folks, have almost no crime.
Caracas, Venezuela has almost no crime. Next year, I'm going to suggest that the Economic Club hold its meeting in Caracas because we'll be safer than we are in our country if they win.
Yeah! Clap! Caracas and Venezuela, so much safer than America. What's that? Oh, yeah, it's not at all? Oh, yeah, so let's ask ChatGPT. Hey, tell me about the crime rate in Caracas and Venezuela compared to the United States. The crime rate in Caracas and Venezuela is significantly higher than the United States, with Venezuela experiencing one of the highest rates of violent crime in the world. Murder rate. Venezuela has one of the highest homicide rates globally. In 2023, Venezuela's homicide rate was estimated to be about 40 to 50 homicides per 100,000 inhabitants. Caracas, the capital, has consistently ranked among the world's most dangerous cities with a homicide rate in the range of 60 to 100 per 100,000. Armed robberies, kidnappings, and assaults are rampant across the country. Gangs and criminal groups operate with relative impunity due to political instability, corruption, and a weak law reform system. In Caracas, crime can be particularly violent, with both daytime and nighttime incidents common. People avoid certain areas for fear of abduction and robbery. Corruption is widespread, and many citizens lack trust in the police. Law enforcement agencies are underfunded, and many areas are essentially controlled by gangs. Express kidnappings, where victims are abducted and forced to withdraw money from ATMs, are common in Caracas and other Venezuelan cities. The murder rate in the United States is 6.5 per 100,000. So 40 to 50 per 100,000. Compared to 6.5. So yes, murder rates vastly higher than the United States. The crime situation in Venezuela, especially Caracas, is a major concern and a reflection of the broader economic and political instability of the country. So words don't have any meaning. He knows no one is going to fact check him. No one's actually going to look it up, hold him accountable. He knows that the idiots that follow him definitely aren't going to. Just words don't mean anything, folks. Russia going to buy our goddamn country and put that guy back in charge? Meanwhile, this is the kind of influence Trump has on our kids. Is this really the role model you want for our children, conservatives?
It really doesn't matter what they write, as long as they've got a young and beautiful piece of ass.
When you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab him by the pussy. You can do anything.
Such a nasty woman. Such a nasty woman. Women, you have to treat him like shit.
Look at that face. Would anybody vote for that?
The face of a dog. The face of a dog.
You could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
You have to treat him like shit.
She's a whack job.
Horse face, bird brain.
Pocahontas. Nobody respects women more than I do.
Yeah, let's make him our president again. Definitely the kind of leader we want our children to follow, isn't it? But Christians do not care about anything. The fakest people on the goddamn planet, folks. And here's one more quick parody video. This is every Trump bot account on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
Hello, my name is Suburban Housewife. My bio is 7 random nouns, and I, for one, will be voting for Trump. Hello, my name is Proud American. My job is America, and my husband is a gun. Good afternoon. I am a stock photo of a person of color, and I, for one, do not think Trump is racist. Hello, my name is former Democrat MAGA mom. My hobbies are being real, and my interests are breathing. I, for one, will not be supporting the NBA. I've tweeted this 126 times. I am an eagle wearing a hat. Hello, I am a military veteran. I fought in the wars. Something I care about deeply is the Nielsen ratings for the RNC. Yep, that's me, a real guy. Hello, good sir. We are 1,200 people who all joined Twitter at once. Our dads are cops, and we are trucks.
Our dads are cops, and we are trucks. As you do. As you do. Like that one. And apparently, Watermelon Head, all gums, Charlie Kirk wants you women to know that you don't have any abortion rights. And before we begin, what is with your hair? Even his hairline trying to run away from his big watermelon head. And this is what he decided to come up with. It's like some kind of weird hat. I don't know. All of my no, dude. What the fuck anyway?
Of all the communities in America, who's the community that supports abortion the most favorably?
Women?
It is white women.
White women
are the core. Abortion is the sacrament of the secular religion of leftism.
Definitely. That's what it is.
For them, abortion is everything.
Everything.
It is the Eucharist for them.
Eat it. Like it's the body of Christ.
That's where the trends are heading, said Greg Strimple, a Republican pollster. That's what I think is happening, in large part because women, including white women, are animated by the loss of abortion rights. Okay, silly way to put it. You don't have abortion rights, but we're not going to get into that.
You don't have abortion rights, ladies. You have to have your rapist baby. Charlie Kirk has decided what you can do with your baby, what you can do with your own body. So there you have it, folks. Our God man, Charlie Kirk, wants you to have your rapist baby. And then just to further illustrate how nasty Trump supporters are, folks, how they mistreat every fucking body with their entitlement. Here's a recording of a lady who called in to our TV provider because she was having trouble with her TV.
Second. This fucking cock is bullshit.
Let me turn it up a little bit so you guys can hear it more.
Second. This fucking cock is bullshit. I know it.
And how long has this issue been going on?
For like 10 minutes now. You just cut Trump off and all of our TVs.
10 whole minutes.
It's bullshit. I am tired of you people. You goddamn fucking communists.
Yeah, the news channel, the TV channel,
All
sure.
right, so I would ask you to remain professional so we can focus on the issue that we're having right now, and I'd be more than happy to help you with it. So let me go ahead and see what we can do.
Thank you. Thank you.
No
You're
problem.
better than the bitch that was there before.
No, ma'am. I would have to get the call over to a supervisor if we're not able to conduct professionally.
Nah, let's go. Let's get this TV going. I'm tired of this.
Just got so entitled, folks. Carrying her ass off. So nasty. And we're going to finish on this one for tonight's Chud Watch. RFK Jr. joined Tucker Carlson to defend Trump and his insurrection. Remember? Anybody that denies climate change, that as a politician should be put in jail, but now he's going to literally defend a coup, the overthrow of our democracy. Watch this sack of goddamn shit.
I have so many Democratic friends. You know, Jimmy Dore was on.
Yeah, Jimmy Dore. I love that. when he mentions his first Democratic friend, he mentions Jimmy Dore, somebody who was not a Democrat and is going to 100% vote for Donald Trump. 100% a Russian propagandist for the right. That's my good leftist friend, Jimmy Dore.
On here earlier, fantastic. And he was talking about January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And what
Super
I say,
lefty, Jimmy Dore.
People broke the law on January 6th. If you broke the law, you should be punished.
Thank you.
But was the Republic threatened on January 6th?
It doesn't matter. They tried to threaten it. They tried to overturn it. Maybe they're feckless and weren't successful, but that doesn't mean that they didn't try to do that it wasn't an attempted coup, all right? If you try to murder somebody just because you don't succeed doesn't mean it's not attempted murder.
Was right, and even if a building was burned down, it's not the end of the republic. It is not. And you have the U.S. military there. You have these agencies.
That's right. Who cares if they went in there trying to overthrow the entire goddamn government? Who cares how fucking they tried to damn the peaceful transfer of power? They didn't succeed, so it doesn't even fucking matter. It's no big deal, y'all. We should just forget about everything. Trump 2024.
We have institutions in our country that are still functioning. We have a Congress, etc., that would resist the violent overthrow of an American government. And I don't think we were close to a violent overthrow of the American government.
We were maybe not close, but it was an attempt. An attempt was made, which is the fucking point. Traitors did traitor fucking shit and should pay traitor prices. Oh, God. So fucking annoying, but what you gonna do? And that is my Chud Watch. Sounds like a broken walkie-talkie, that motherfucker. And folks, please forgive me for this quick commercial. I have a patron. It's patron.com. Shut up, Dusty. God damn it. Nobody likes your voice. If you click on the More button on this video you're watching right now, it'll drop down. Boom! It's like magic. The very first link goes to my patron. It's patron.com/podcast. The first button. Become a member. Could you please consider pushing that button and become a member? I'm not greedy. It's whatever you can afford, but the more you can chip in, the better. 10, 25, 1. It all adds up, but it helps me and the floating cats out. I rescue cats that are about to be put down and give them forever homes, as well as dogs, but also, more importantly, I work my ass off in this show. I barely make minimum wage to keep this going, so if you want to help me fight back against the very well-funded Russian propaganda and stay in business, please chip in. You might not notice even the amount on your credit card every month, but it really adds up and helps me keep the show going. And also, you get access to all the after party tonight. Tonight's after party, there's a new Good Liar video that's like 10 minutes long. Gonna check that out. And also, someone re-released footage of Lauren Chen attempting stand-up. And it is bad. It is so bad you have to fucking see it. Tonight's after party, still plenty of time to get your tickets available to all the patrons. So go sign up now, please, and thank you. And all right, let's read the Super Chats. Light bulb of the show. Hero shit happening right now in the Super Chats. Dismiss that. There we go. Let's see what we got. All the Super BBC also sent me something nice. I ain't gone and got it yet. But hero shit. Love me some BBC. Love to him. And Rebecca Poise also amazing hero of the show. Well, the thumbnail says it all. I know, right? I'm killing it with the thumbnails these days, if I do say so myself. Pat on the back. Hello, the best community on YouTube. We do have the best community. Have a great night and a relaxing weekend. Hey, I'll hang out with you tomorrow, Rebecca. Look forward to seeing you. And Kevin Milligan, five free tickets. Hey, if you're watching on the replay, be sure to show up live because you have a chance to win tickets to the after party and all the after parties, but you got to be here live for your random chance to get one. And people just give them away, like Kevin Milligan just gave 5 away. Thank you, Kevin. You rock. And welcome to the Dust Buddies. You can also just join the Dust Buddies. You don't have to let anybody give you a ticket. You can just buy one. It's like $2.99 a month, and it gives you customized emojis to spend the chat with. You can do that. Praise the floating cats. They are cute as shit. Look at them. You can't see that one, but you see that one. We got all kinds of weed over here. Catnip. That's kitty weed. So they're all hopped up on goofballs right now. So that's why they're behaving like that. Let's see if I can get them to do the. Let's see if I can get them to do this. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Come get it. There you go. Oh, you see her now. Yeah. Oh, I got you. Oh, shit. Little Miss Precious and Piper. What you gonna do? You gonna get it? You're gonna get it. It's right behind you. You so dumb. It's right behind you. It's literally right by. It's on you now. It's literally on your head. Okay. You're too dumb to live. And all right. What else we got? Nassim, once again, I want to shout out to Nassim. Very generous. Thank you, Nassim. You are amazing. And WSD time. Take my money for the fur babies. I had a long day. I have to watch later. I had a long day too, but hey, at least Bitcoin didn't crash today. What's that now? Oh shit. Hey, I can always eat cat food. It's fine. Justin Ship, say hi to my friend Nick. What's up, Nick? Tell him how sexy he is. God damn it, Nick. You are sexy as fuck, motherfucker. Show you right. Megan Barcelona, another broke bitch contribution. I'll take it. 392. It all adds up. Thank you, Megan. Good to see you. Sit on a rose, $2. Alan Lichman is predicting Harris wins. Hope. I'm hoping. I'm trying not to be too much of a doomer, folks, even though it looks bad, in my opinion. Proof Putin wants Trump. He said he wants Harris. Of course, Putin wants Trump. They are going to destroy Ukraine. Legend love from Western Australia. What's up, you future motherfucker? Avoid the snakes. Isaiah Taylor. $5 house life been treating you dusty. Better not have a little weed. I'm so glad you were able to stick it to the man and get your channel fixed. Never stop fighting, brother. Love you. Hey, love you back, Isaiah Taylor. Appreciate you. Kevin Milligan, $10 on an excellent segment, comrade. Take my 1,000 pennies. I will. It's no Russian money, but even better from you, Kevin Milligan. And $20 from Little Furrow. Thanks for your work, man. Hey, thank you for supporting Little Furrow. As long as you guys keep supporting it, I'll do it forever and ever and ever. So you're a hero. And Water Polo Wizard, 1 ticket. Give him your love. Little Furl, $10 Australian. Hey, man. Hey, Little Furl. I forgot to ask, do you get money from us buying memberships or other perks? Yes, I get some of it. I get most of it. So, yes, do that. MW, $20, very generous. LS2G. I would not believe anyone could legit be dumb enough to vote for Trump at this point, if not for the fact that my dad, who was generally skeptical before Trump, joined the cult too. He thinks Putin is the good guy. His brain turned to mush. It happens a lot. People that are not all that intelligent to begin with, they fall for the right-wing propaganda that people like Tim Pool, Dave Rubin put out. When you don't have the ability to actually question what you've been told and don't actually look things up, research things for yourself, and it's all over social media, it's dominating. You start to believe, well, hey, it must be dominating for a fucking reason, and you just fall into those right-wing rabbit holes. It's depressing as fuck. I love being an Aussie, but never more than this timeline. I'm glad young women can still cure pregnancy here, and it's not the Handmaid's Tale yet. Yeah, I heard that. I sort of want to move to Australia myself. Mad Max this motherfucker. Shoegazer Production, $20. I'll relate to your situation. I try to do my music reviews, shameless plug, with a leftist perspective and get responses from people that refuse to accept that their faves are sometimes pedophiles and rapists. Yep. I mean, the rich people aren't going to fund us. We have to be user-funded, you know, a dollar here and there by the masses. That's the only way we can stay in business. But hey, at least, you know, we're not the enemies of mankind selling out our fellow human beings for a dollar or two. So there's that at least. It's so weird and creepy that chuds like Charlie Kirk so fixated on what I do with my own damn body. Like, goddamn, get a hobby. Yep. He thinks he knows better than you do. Fucking weirdos. And Jupe the Malignant. What's up, Jupe? $20. Dusty, there's too many cheese wheels on the floor. We can't get it out of the door. Go, Pack, go. All right. Why are there... Is this a Minnesota thing? Why are there so many cheese wheels? Did I miss anything? I thought I saw some pop up that were big that I didn't get. Here's one. Ray Fuller, keep up the good fight. Dusty Kitty Party. Why did you not show me that? I'm sorry, Ray Fuller. I see it, but it didn't show me that. And Agent Orange, who needs Russia money when you have DSP money? It didn't show me that either. So thank you, Ray Fuller and Agent Orange. You guys both fucking rock. Everybody, big love to them. I don't know why this thing is trying to fuck me. Makes me upset because I want to make sure I get these big donors read. All right, if I forgot any more, please let me know in the chat. If I don't see it, I don't know, somebody like super chat me $1 and tell me that I missed one. That would be very helpful because hard to do this when it's trying to fuck me over. And all right, plenty of time to get your super chats in. The show is only halfway over. Going to read all the rest of it at the end of the show, so do it to it. But for now, it's time for some religious bullshit, y'all. Everybody sing! Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious goddamn bullshit. It's time, motherfuckers, it's time for religious bullshit. tonight's religious bullshit, Christian nationalist pastor Jack Hibbs wants all you Democrats to know that unlike him and Christianity, you're a death cult.
Regarding this upcoming election, who should you vote for? For the Christian, it's super easy.
It is.
It's super easy.
Definitely. The adulterer who cheated on every wife he had with porn stars and lied about it. Definitely. 100% that guy.
Because if you pull back rhetoric and emotion, it's a slam dunk.
Definitely.
There is one party that's more pro-life than the other. In fact, the other is 100% pro-death.
Right. The other party 100% wants you to carry your rapist baby. So
death cult.
Christianity is literally a death cult. The entire thing revolves around a guy dying for your sins, even though he didn't really die. He came back to life for 3 days later. So he had a bad weekend for your sins. And then if we don't worship and acknowledge that he did that, then we're going to be tortured forever in the afterlife. That's literally a death cult, dude.
I'm talking about the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party is, in fact, a bona fide, card-carrying, platform-holding death cult.
I didn't get no card.
Kill the baby, even after it's born, kill the baby.
Literally, no one is saying kill babies after they're born. Isn't lying part of the Ten Commandments? As a Christian, are you supposed not to lie? Of course, I know that's a rhetorical question. You lie when the truth works better, because that's what you guys are, what you're all about.
Just on this topic alone, a Christian cannot vote for a Democrat candidate. It's impossible. You cannot say to God, I am a lover of God, a lover of the Word, a lover of Jesus, and I'm a follower of my Lord, but I'm going to vote to kill babies. You can go ahead and do that.
Literally, God killed every single person in the Bible, including all the babies. He sent a plague to kill the firstborn babies. God killed tons of goddamn babies. So, starting to think God might be a little bit of a hypocrite there, dude.
You're going to stand before the Lord to give an answer for that.
Just mental terrorism. You better be scared if you vote for Democrats. God's going to get you someday. Just pathetic.
Flip side is this. I'm going to vote Republican for this reason. Because with that, I get J.D. Vance, I get Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh, God.
I think Secretary Mike Pompeo will probably be back in a secretary position in some other area, perhaps, other than the State Department. But we are going to have a plethora of great people in their lane. And
did he say in their lame? I believe you there. Anyway, I guess he's trying to make me vote for a Democrat. I don't like Democrats, but that is a good argument. Meanwhile, oh my God, I think this is the next person that the DOJ should be investigating. So desperate, so transparent. Weird how he got accused of rape and sexual assault, and then suddenly he became super religious. Almost like he's an immense, shameless fucking grifter with no morals or scruples whatsoever. And yes, it's so performative. It's so over the top. My life changed. Praise Jesus. It's just, good God, who would fall for this? I know Christians are the dumbest people who ever fucking lived, and they fall for it, but hard to believe anybody is this dumb. And last but not least, our religious bullshit short one tonight. I cover this, I don't know, it's been years ago. 2020, 4 years ago, folks. They were making this Christian sitcom. And I guess after 4 years, they finally got the motherfucker done. Oh my God, let's watch a trailer for it. I'm sorry.
I'm what you call apolitical.
Oh my God, the audio's already so bad. You guys couldn't hire anybody that knows how to do audio better than fucking this? It sounds so hollow. The people are not properly mic'd right off the fucking bat. So cheap.
I'm what you call apolitical. That's like being neutered. Right? Well, don't tell me you're a Trump fan.
Oh,
I like the guy.
You can hardly understand what they're fucking saying. And then you got a crystal clear laugh track. So that definitely mixes together well.
Don't tell me you're a Trump fan. I like the guy. Well, I don't like what he said about... Watch what he's done. Actions are what matter. He's pro-life. Well, that's great, but that's just a single...
He literally said he's not pro-life, but go ahead.
Issue. A single issue? Yes. Right, the right to life is a priority issue. It's a prerequisite issue.
He definitely said in Florida that he thinks that they need more than 6 weeks. 100% just came out and said that.
It's what makes every other right possible. What good is the best education or free health care if you're dead? She has a point. Well, don't you think he brags a bit too much?
I never
noticed. He's got a lot to brag about.
Got a lot to brag about. He's super awesome, the best man among us. We don't give a shit that he's a loudmouth braggart who can't stop sucking his own dick for 5 seconds. He deserves it.
Look, I stay out of politics, all right? I don't even think I'm registered to vote.
To stay out of politics is to let the Marxists control your life, your health, our country. How can you date a guy that doesn't even vote? Look.
These two are dating? What the fuck? That's your grandmother. Surely not. What are you talking about?
Trump is for liberty. He's for Israel. He's for the Second Amendment. They want to take your guns.
Oh, they're going to take my guns?
I don't have any guns.
How can you date a guy who doesn't even own a gun?
What? How are you dating a guy that's going to be your grandson who doesn't own any fucking guns? This is definitely not creepy and weird. This guy wouldn't be anywhere near this old lady. What the fuck are you talking about? This handsome, studly stud, I want to bang this dude. I'm in a grandma porn. I wouldn't even touch this woman. I'm angry.
As much as I'm enjoying this lovely little conversation, I'm gonna go.
How can you date a guy that doesn't even want to make America great?
Have you looked at him? He's sexy as fuck. If he's wanted to date me, I don't give a shit if he murders children.
I don't know.
Good God. Was there even a joke told in that comedy? Just holy Lord, they're so bad, so embarrassing. What the absolute fuck. And that is my religious bullshit for tonight. Are you guys going to watch that every episode? You know you are. 100%. The audio is just so crisp and clear. I just want to pipe that into my headphones 24 hours a day. And he isn't dating their daughter? I don't know. I didn't watch the show, but it looked like he was talking about dating the old woman. Maybe. Maybe I misunderstood. Did you just give the Trump excuse? Did I? Not the mama. Okay. Wait, she was dating that guy? I thought it was his mom. I don't know. You guys heard what I heard. Sounded like he was saying that she was dating the guy. To me. This is not great. It's grating, though. It is not good in any stretch of the imagination. And, all right, moving right along, folks. Going to do a Trash World, followed by a Free Palestine, followed by Beyond Parody. And I got one hero to finish us off. But for now, it's time for Trash World. And first up, on tonight's Trash World, scrolling up, scrolling grub. Did you guys hear about this crazy-ass story? Florida, of course, it's Florida. Florida woman 25 ends date by stealing man's car, slitting his throat, and tossing him off a bridge. So this woman met a dude on Facebook, and he was like, "Let me take you out to dinner?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so took her out to dinner, and then the next day, she was like, "I want to go out again." And then he showed up, took her out to dinner, and she had a dude with her, which is always a great sign. So this fucking cuck takes her and her boyfriend out and buys them dinner, and then they take him and they slit his throat and throw him off a fucking bridge. He lived. Somehow he lived. He swam to the shore, passed out. I guess they didn't cut the artery correctly. And then he tried to hitchhike 10 miles, and somebody picked him up, and then they kicked him out of the car for some reason. I had no idea what the fuck why. So he walked another couple of miles to the police station, and then they arrested the people. So, holy God. Be very careful out there, folks. It's a trash world. Not worth dating anymore. Meanwhile, as mentioned on the last show, we had another school shooting this week. Reporter asked the governor, what can be done to make Georgia schools safer? And of course, immediately, this is not the day to talk about safety or policy. We need thoughts and prayers for the victim, law enforcement, and educators. That's right. It's not the time. Hey, I mean, obviously, it's the perfect time after we just let kids get murdered because we don't have reasonable policies to keep guns out of the hands of 14-year-olds, so we don't enforce our reg flat laws. Obviously, right now is the perfect time to talk about this while the media is putting a lot of attention on this, but it's never time. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Yeah, you get what you fucking deserve there. Georgia, you elect this guy governor, but let's just be honest, folks. America does not give a shit about children. We just don't. They pretend to, but our actions prove we don't really care about your children. We care about the guns more. Kids just have to fucking die here. It's never going to change. That's just the fucking way it is. That's who we are. Fuck your kids. I'm not saying this. America's saying this. Meanwhile, Here is Trump's response to school shootings, not this school shooting, but a previous school shooting. And here's J.D. Vance's response to this school shooting, folks. Here's what the Republicans have to say about it.
It's horrible to see that happening. That's just horrible. So surprising to see it here. But have to get over it.
Got to get over it. Yeah, a bunch of kids died, but you got to get over it. What you going to do? Hey, it's not like we're going to do anything about it. So you just got to get over it, okay? It's just dead children. Who gives a shit? And then Shady Vance, Vladimir Putin, yesterday.
Look, I don't like this. I don't like to admit this. I don't like that this is a fact of life.
It's just a fact of life, folks. It's a fact of, there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, yes, we are the only first world country this repeatedly happens in, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's the same thing over and over. I don't even know why they continue to even give comments about it. They don't give a shit. Meanwhile, here's a Shady Vance telling Americans today that school shootings are just a fact of life while he's behind 6 feet of bulletproof fucking glass. There's his faith in action right there, isn't it? They definitely believe God's protecting them, don't they? They don't give a shit about your kids, but they're sure worried about their own fucking lives. And this jackass is running for the fucking governor of North Carolina, folks. Apparently, the school children dying is a big joke to all these Republican assholes.
They're always hiding behind these monikers, but they're always standing for tyranny. The same way they stand up against our Second Amendment. What are the words that we use when we stand up for our Second Amendment? The right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. I mean, it's simple, it's short.
It's simple and short, which means it's better. Hey, our message is really easy to understand, so even the dumbest people among us can understand it. While Democrats, they have really complex slogans because it's the complex world we live in. Aren't they idiots for that?
We understand it, and it's in our Constitution, and it's for everybody. And what do? They come up with these convoluted numbers about, well, you know, if you have 15,000 people that have AR-15s, 12 of those people are likely to get killed, and then school shootings happen, and then the children die.
They're literally joking
It's never about the Constitution.
and laughing because we're trying to put policies forth that stop children from being killed. Just the lowest of the low. That's a Donald Trump-backed, porn-loving, Girl Scout conning preacher running for the North Carolina governorship. Meanwhile, folks, so as a society politically, we basically aren't ever going to do anything to protect children. But this has done more to end gun school violence than everything Congress has done in the last 20 years. They charged the father of the latest school shooter.
Evening. Appreciate you being here. In coordination with the District Attorney Brad Smith, the GBI has arrested Colin Gray, age 54, in connection to the shooting here at Appalachia High School. Colin is Colt Gray's father that was arrested yesterday. He is charged with the following: 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. Mr. Gray, these charges stem.
Let that be a lesson. Make a fucking goddamn, oh my God. Let everybody else out there, every parent across the country, know that if you let your kids get their hands on your weapons, or this guy actually bought his kid this weapon, either way, and they use it in a school shooting, you're going to go to prison for the rest of your life. Your life is fucking over. Make an example out of these motherfuckers, every goddamn last one of them. Make them quake in their fucking boots. I hope they get the goddamn message. We're coming after all you motherfuckers if you don't keep these hands out of your goddamn psychopath children's hands. And yes, why the fuck would you give a 14-year-old an AR-15 for Christmas? The guy literally bought his kid an AR-15 after the kid was already being investigated for making threats about shooting up a school. Imagine your kid makes threats to shoot up a school and your response is to buy him an AR-15 at 14 years old for Christmas. This is the kind of sacks of goddamn psychopathic shit we're dealing with. These ammo-sexuals. The gun is their fucking religion. Well, enjoy that prison time, motherfucker. You're never seeing the light of day again. You better wake up, gun owners. Better get out of your fucking malaise. We coming after you. And here he is, folks. He shook, literally. This is the piece of shit that bought his psychopathic son an AR-15 when he was 14. Yep, there you go. Rock back and forth, motherfucker. Your life is over. It's over, bitch. It's over. And good. Good. I hope you suffer so much in fucking prison. I hope every fucking day you think about what you've done. Your son not only killed those other people, but he basically killed you too. Take a good look, American parents. Take a good look, gun psychos. Your life could be over in a fucking heartbeat. You better make some better goddamn decisions. And then, of course, folks, immediately, the right-wing Russian-funded influencers went to their accounts to accuse this kid of being trans because this is their number one playbook. They always got to blame trans people for everything. They want trans people to be killed. They want violence against them, so they have to connect them to every shooting now, even when this kid was in no way trans. Here's a DC Drano. So this pic is giving me trans vibe. Anyone else? Yeah, the kid has long hair. He must be trans, y'all. Saying this to his huge right-wing audience. In Wokeness, which is a jack piece of shit BX burner account. Breaking! Colt Gray shut up his school over a lack of trans acceptance. He was part of the LGBTQ community. Now watch this story disappear. Only that's not what happened at all. It's actually the exact opposite. He was angry and frustrated that transgender people were being accepted in society. He was actually anti-trans, anti-LGBTQ. So this guy who's like, watch the story disappear, deletes this comment, deletes this thread without any correction whatsoever, without owning up to it's actually him who was saying the opposite of fucking reality. Because this is how the game is played, y'all. Wasn't the only one to do this. Riley Gaines also tried to spread this shit. Well, this is In Wokeness did it. And then Lives of TikTok, which is a Chaya rat bitch. Breaking, the Georgia school shooter had a Discord account where he wrote his intentions to commit a school shooting and expressed frustration about trans acceptance. See the way that's worded? He actually had frustration that trans people were being accepted, but they're trying to make it look like he was frustrated because trans people weren't accepted, to try to paint him as some kind of pro-gay, pro-trans person. Billboard Chris, another trans activist shooter. Gender ideology does not belong in schools or anywhere in society. It's a dangerous cult. Once again, the exact opposite of what they're saying is true. He hated trans people, hated the acceptance of trans people. And this is Riley Gaines' account, who posted this exact same bullshit, and then her cowardly ass deleted it. But the internet is forever, Riley. Here she is. Remember Riley Gaines, who now makes a career off the fact that she got beat for 5th place by a trans swimmer. When you're a conservative, you can literally make a career off losing 5th place to a trans person. That's all it takes. That's how much they hate trans people. And she was Johnny on the spot to spread this lie. CNN decidedly to nonchalantly slip in a major advancement and likely motive of the Georgia shooting: lack of acceptance of transgender people. This is the type of violence is perpetrated by a society that celebrates and encourages mental illness. Trans violence is violence. That you did allude to this, and she blames CNN for the fact that she's fucking stupid and lied about what's happening. She took no fucking blame, no responsibility, because they never fucking do. And yes, everywhere trying to insinuate they're trans. Breaking mugshot of Georgia school shooter, says Chaya rat bitch, lives a TikTok. And then they're posting this fake picture. Colt Gray, Kamala 2024, end all maggots. She, her, they, trans pride. They feel morally obligated to lie, folks, and they want to make sure trans people have violence committed against them, are killed wherever they go, have to be afraid. The worst of our society. And yeah, folks, how it always is, if the shooter turns out to be Hispanic, build the wall. Arab, ban Muslims. Black, BLM are terrorists. Trans people are terrorists. Trans people do all the shootings. But if it's a white kid, we need to ask ourselves, how are we as a society failing these poor troubled young men? What kinds of movies, video games, and music are we making? We have a mental health crisis in this country. Always the fucking same, folks. It's a different playbook when it's a little white boy. Meanwhile, speaking of giant fucking pieces of shit, apparently Brianna Wu has finally, after years and years and years of not publicly admitting that she is trans, has admitted that she is trans. Now, most people knew it already. I didn't even know it because I didn't care that much. I don't want to be one of these people that it's a transvestigator and out somebody who's not actually trans just because they're kind of masculine looking. But apparently she's admitting to it, folks. But this is after she's joined the right-wing grift. This is after she's joined the pro-genocide Zionist movement to apologize and try to make it seem like what Israel's doing is right and just, the genocide of the Palestinian people. And so she's become a complete right-wing shill now. We all know why, because that's where the fucking money is. You can't really make a good living as a leftist because the people that funding it will not fund you. The rich people will not fund you. But if you switch over to the right-wing grift, you immediately make tons of money. And then you realize, oh my God, I'm saying this pro-Zionist stuff, this pro-genocide stuff. I just got 10 new patrons for $1,000 each. I just made another $10,000 a month. Damn, I'm gonna start talking about this some more. Holy shit, I just got more patrons. Holy shit. And so you basically guide your entire career towards what you know is going to make you the most money. And that's exactly what she's done. So now that she's come out, admitted after all these years she's trans, the first thing that she's done with her platform is to try to be the gatekeeper for trans people. She says, part of why I'm coming out publicly as trans is we need a smarter, more honest conversation. Is there a social contagion to being trans today? Obviously. Activists are putting out reckless messages talking about transitioning as though it's innocuous and it will solve all your problems. It won't. You should not transition unless you really, 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 really have to. What she did, she had to, folks. You should. She did it. But do as she says, not as she does. Because the downsides are immense. It's especially unsettling to see online activists advocate transition to people who have none of the classical symptoms of gender dysphoria. And yeah, Browder never publicly confirmed that she was trans for years, despite it being obvious to everyone. And now she wants to police the entire community. She's going to grift off being a pick-me. And if you want to know why she's doing this, folks, she's not even trying to hide it. Brianna Wu, I think I have a pretty decent Porsche collection. Yeah. Bitch, need another Porsche, y'all. That's what it's all about for these people. And the sad thing is she'll get one. She'll make, oh man, can you imagine how much money she's going to make? How much money she's already making by selling out her fellow trans people, by being a token. It is so goddamn lucrative. But fucking shame on you. Holy God. I hope you can sleep at night. I hope it's worth it. Just the worst of our fucking society. Meanwhile, Elon Musk also trying to make sure trans people get killed as much as possibly can be. Here he is posting this abject fucking lie. Wow. Sex offending rate of women is only 3 per 1 million. Sex offending rate of men, 395 per million. Sex offending rates of trans women, 1,916 per million. Of course, none of this is fucking true. Literally just signal boosting and spreading these fucking lies in order to make his daughter, who is trans, life more difficult. Richest man in the world has no fucking soul. Nothing better to do at this time than spread violence. Meanwhile, did you guys hear about this crazy story? What is wrong with India? India man dies after being thrown out of an ambulance while trying to stop the driver from molesting his wife. Why the fuck is India so rapey? So apparently what happened is they were at the hospital and they hired this ambulance to take them home from the hospital after the guy was on basically life support. They asked the woman to sit in the front seat with them because they said they were worried about getting pulled over by the cops, and so they start molesting the woman in the front seat. The guy who was in the back on life support starts begging them to stop. Her brother's in the back begging them to stop. They pull over, they kick him out of the ambulance, they take his life support away while they hold her in the back of the ambulance, and they basically rape and molest her, folks, and then he dies. That's what happened to this horrific fucking story. Good God. I don't know if you guys are planning a trip to India or not, but you might not want to. And that is my trash world for tonight. And good God, is it a trash world? Elon a prick, yes. Anything to harm trans women for no fucking reason, just because he has a hole in his, I want to say soul, a deep, deep hole inside of him that will never be filled. It's just empty. Yeah, what the fuck? I know, right? Horrible, horrible, horrible India. Seems like a real fucking primitive goddamn society in my observation and opinion. And all right, folks, move right along. Time is it? Oh, it's 9:30 already. Time to get depressed. If that didn't depress you, let's raise our power fist and free Palestine, free Palestine. And another day, another school bombing, folks. Never ending. Here's where our tax dollars are going, folks. We can't have health care, folks. We can't help the homeless. We can't feed the hungry. But we sure can murder children. We sure can support the greatest evil the world has ever known. And I'm surprised the New York Times even covered this story, folks. It's a whole 12-minute video on the New York Times website. See right here? Video contains graphic
last
images.
December, there was this brief video that was posted on social media. It showed members of a family, the Abu Salahs, dead on a street in northern Gaza. I'm going to start the story by showing you that video, but just as a warning, it's extremely graphic. Two brothers lay huddled with their mother in Shira. Two other brothers lay on the street, one next to a stretcher. And next to the hand of their father, Saudi, lay a white flag.
So this is what happened, folks. Israel troops killed a young Palestinian boy in Gaza for no reason, and then they killed his 6 family members as they returned from a cemetery to bury him, holding a white flag. And then their remains were bulldozed into a pile of garbage. I guess it's anti-Semitic to cover this. I guess I'm the bad guy. I guess I need to get into the rape camps. Meanwhile, here's an Israeli bulldozer flattening 17-year-old. Yep, there we go. Look at this, folks. Look. Don't look away. This is who we are. This is Joe Biden. This is Kamala Harris. This is what Trump's going to do. Never ending. I'm not going to show you the horrific crushing of it. And they just gleefully put it in our face. Every day it's some more horror. Here's a picture of a father crying over his dead twins. Here's a dear Dido. What fun to hear. Let all the children die and let the fathers and mothers see the deaths of their children, and then we will kill them too. The new Nazi regime, funded by you and me. I have to work at this job, folks, to pay for this right now. If I don't, they're going to put me in prison for not murdering these children. Meanwhile, the IDF just shot dead an American activist in the head in the West Bank, folks. Yep. Americans. Not safe either. Our United States government is not protecting us. We literally are paying to murder our own citizens because Israel. Because we are the United States of Israel. Because we are owned, bought, paid for. Our masters have the right to kill us, and nothing will happen to them. Here's longtime Israeli activist Jonathan Polak describing the intentional killing of this young lady. It was quiet. There was nothing to justify the shot. The shot was taken to kill. And you remember Biden, folks. Remember Biden. If you harm an American, we will respond. No response. They don't give a shit if they kill us, folks. They don't work for us. Their loyalty is not with us. In fact, they asked his talking head, Secretary of State Blinken, what about the U.S. citizen that was just killed?
Thanks so much. Michael Birnbaum from the Washington Post. Mr. Secretary, we've seen these reports this morning about the killing of an American in the West Bank. Could you tell us a little bit about what you know about the killing of that American, Aishinur Ejeh? What's your message for Americans who are concerned that you are providing military aid to a country that is killing U.S. citizens? And is there ever a point at which the killing of Americans in that region could lead to a change in U.S. policy.
Great question. Will you ever change your policy? You're literally paying for U.S. citizens to get murdered. Does it in any way lead you to change your policy or do anything differently?
Michael, thank you. First, I just want to extend my deepest condolences of the United States government to the
You guys
family
paid for
of
it.
Commissioner Russia. We deplore this tragic loss. Now, most important thing to do is to gather the facts. And that's exactly what we're in the process of doing.
Yeah, we're investigating, folks. Don't worry. This is what they always do. No condemnation. No plan to change your tactics. Stop funding this. Just claim that you're investigating. And then when they ask them a month from now, they'll say, we have nothing to add. If they ask them 2 months from now, we have nothing further to add. 3 months, nothing further to add. They never come to any conclusions. They just endlessly investigate for fucking ever so they can keep the genocide goddamn going. They don't give a shit. They don't care about Americans' lives, folks. The Biden administration will have every fucking one of us murdered if it gives them the right to continue to kill Palestinian children. Every single one of us, Butcher Biden will send to the fucking rape camps if it means keeping the genocide going, folks. This is the type of goddamn evil we are dealing with. And here's Blinken over in Israel playing his guitar. Keep on rocking in the free world. Remember this shit? As they literally murder Americans. Keep on rocking in the free world. Just as dystopian as it can goddamn get. Every one of these war criminals needs to be in The Hague. Meanwhile, at the University of Tennessee campus today, they have these goddamn incel losers, these Zionists, calling themselves J-Force, walking down the streets trying to intimidate anybody who dares stand up against the child murder and the genocide. Look at these fucking losers.
This is the vigilante organization that prowls around now on the University of Toronto campus. They are a vigilante group. Not sure what they're doing here among the students and faculty. J-Force, it says. J-Force. Perhaps they couldn't pass the test to become police, and now this is their lot in life.
Just goddamn losers. Abject fucking losers, man. Cosplaying like somebody's gonna be intimidated by you. Nobody's fucking scared of you motherfuckers. And then did you guys see the anti-genocide pro-Palestinian protesters interrupt CNN host Dana Bash book promotion?
She reports. After World War II, every single journalist...
Get her ass. Fuck her. Get her.
You belong behind bars. You belong behind bars. We know who you are. We know what you're saying. It's not a war.
Get her.
There's never been a war.
Get her. I'm gonna skip to the end.
You lie about the students and the encampment.
Yep.
They are just trying to exercise their
She's a propaganda mouthpiece for the Israeli government to sell Americans out, to sell the Palestinians out. Get her fucking ass. Crawl up in there. Let her know that you were fucking there. Everywhere they go, this should happen to them. Meanwhile, they're circling the wagons around her over on CNN. Fucking dickhead Jack Taper. These protesters targeted Dana at her home and this event because she's Jewish. Oh, no, they fucking didn't. They targeted her because of this.
15,000 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli airstrikes, 3/4 of whom are women and children.
And it's horrible, but you don't see Israeli soldiers raping.
Well, Dana, I think we're not...
Literally, that's exactly what we see. They literally have rape camps, Dana. In fact, you are pushing propaganda and lies about women being raped by Hamas on January 6th. Never proven. But we do know the rape camps exist. We do know that the Israeli media has made heroes of the fucking rapists. Yeah, you're going to sit there and lie, spread this propaganda, and be like, yeah, a bunch of Palestinians died, but oh well, they shouldn't have raped those women. That's why they're coming after you. Not because you're fucking Jewish. Goddamn Jack Taper. Fuck CNN. Boycott these motherfuckers. Meanwhile, at least some good news, folks. Finally, I hope this leads to some positive outcomes. The International Court declares Israeli occupation illegal.
This is a watershed moment for Palestine, for justice and for international law. Israel's occupation has been declared unlawful by the World Court, which has stipulated that it must be terminated completely and as rapidly as possible.
Good.
The court also found that illegal Israeli occupation violates the UN Charter,
human rights and international humanitarian law. The court further unequivocally declared that all Israeli settlements in the occupied Palestinian territory are illegal and must be dismantled, and that all Israeli settlers must be evacuated.
Hell yeah.
The court declared that Israeli illegal occupation not only violates but eviscerates the Palestinian people's right to self-determination in their own land, including the right to their own state. This ruling couldn't be more timely or sorely needed. The Palestinian people have endured unbearable suffering and injustice for decades.
Yes.
This ruling is a vindication of their steadfastness and perseverance. This right must no longer be denied or deferred. The court made clear that the Palestinian people are the only sovereign in the occupied Palestinian territory, including East Jerusalem, and that the international community is under an obligation not just to reaffirm the Palestinian people's right to self-determination, but to see to it that this right is implemented immediately.
Hope they actually fucking do something, but the United States doesn't care about international law whatsoever. All they do is veto cover for Israel every fucking step of the goddamn way, so we'll see. They're making us much less safe, folks, though. When terrorists start hitting our country, don't you dare let them tell you they hate us for our freedoms. No, they hate us because of the fucking genocide, because of the fucking child murders, because we are the great Satan, because we are fucking evil. And that is my Free Palestine section for tonight. Warner Brothers owns CNN. Yeah, it's run by a Trump supporter now. Dana Bash is married to a billionaire. No shocker. They're all rich dickheads out for themselves. CNN wants the Fox viewers, like, it's all dying, hopefully. All the legacy media, all the regular television shows. Internet's going to replace it. Unfortunately, the internet is run by the Russians, so I don't know if that's any fucking better or not. Depressing. And, all right, we're along, folks. Get your super chats in. The show's almost over. We're going to do Beyond Parody and then One Hero. So get it in right now. Right now. But, as always, going to finish you guys off with a happy ending. Prepare to cleanse my children. It's time for Beyond Parody. And can't have a Beyond Parody without Elon Musk showing his ass. So Rothma says, Orwell can't always be right. And then he posts this quote, the people will not revolt. They will not look up from their screens long enough to notice what is happening. George Orwell, 1984. Yeah, that is not a quote from George Orwell, who was a socialist from 1984, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't stop Elon Musk from spreading this. But the crazy part is Elon is on his phone 18 hours a day at least. He had more than 90 tweets yesterday. Absolutely no self-awareness what the fucksoever. This is you, Elon. And as I mentioned, this was his 82nd tweet of yesterday. He's like, I've never been materially active in politics before, but this time I think civilization as we know it is on the line. If we want to preserve freedom and meritocracy in America, then Trump must win. Yeah, meritocracy. Isn't that Trump? Isn't Trump the best possible pick in all of America? Isn't he the one who's full of the most genius to take this country new heights? Isn't that true? Isn't it all about meritocracy? Of course it's not. It's just so stupid, so insulting to your intelligence. He is just worried that Kamala is going to pass the 25% tax on unrealized gains for people that have over $100 million, and he's going to lose several $1 billion. This is all this is fucking about. A selfish, greedy money hoarder being afraid he's going to lose a buck or two. Meanwhile, folks, who's shocked? Apparently, Jimmy Dore is having special guest Matt Walsh. You guys know super left-wing liberal, the most liberal among us, Jimmy Dore. It's the establishment, you shit labs. Yeah. Special guest Matt Walsh. The day rubrication of Jimmy Dore is complete. And who could have possibly have seen this coming? Obviously, So many people. Where you at? All the people out there that were telling me, Dusty, Jamie Dore's not right wing. He's not right wing. He is criticizing the left from the left, Dusty. Dusty. Yeah, where you at? Where's your apology? Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I hate to tell you I told you so, but no, I don't. I fucking told you so. This was not hard to predict, y'all. Meanwhile, has there ever been a sadder sack of shit than Andrew Tate? So desperate to stay relevant, folks. So the only reason he's popular anyway is because he says troll shit. He says the most ridiculous, offensive stuff he can possibly think of to say so that the 4chaners can retweet him and be like, oh, are you triggered? Just the fucking lowest, the low bottom of the barrel. But it's getting even embarrassing for him. It's so obvious he's running out of shit to say. He's like, hey, everyone, I'm transitioning to live as a woman. I no longer make sense when I talk and I can't drive. All my opinions are stupid now. Can someone pay all my bills, please? Thanks. It's just, oh my God, it's insufferable. It's so pitiful. It's so obvious what you're trying to do, but you're failing so miserably. Enjoy prison. Good God. Meanwhile, did you guys see the trailer for the new Minecraft movie that looks horrible? God, why did they make this movie? Why do they keep putting Jack Black in films? Why is Jack Black in every video game movie? Just stop. Enough with fucking Jack Black. And somehow this movie even managed to make Aquaman look ugly. How are you going to make Aquaman look ugly? Anyway, none of that has anything to do with what I'm about to show you. They also added a black woman to the cast. No, not a black woman. It's the woman who played Tasty on Orange is the New Black. And that's not it. Booger Nick Fuentes ain't having it. Are you fucking kidding me? It's okay to have Jack Black in every movie. It's okay to make Aquaman ugly, but I dare you have a black lady. Hell to the no. That is literally the least of this fucking awful movie's problem. Who watches this crap? And meanwhile, on Beyond Parody, did you guys see the fight that broke out at the Arkansas GOP meeting? So they arguing. So Big Boy about to step up. This guy stepped forward. He's like, step up, bitch. So here comes Big Boy, this 6'7", 400-pound monster who you know has spent his whole life using his size to intimidate people. He thinks all he's got to do is walk up to you with his arms down and mean mug you, and you're going to back the fuck down. Let's see how that goes for him. Boom! Big Boy got dropped! Yeah, bitch! Not so tough now, fat boy. You gotta be something beyond just being tall and fat. Ain't nobody scared of you, dough bitch. Maybe put down the gravy and do some sit-ups. You fat fuck. I cannot stand bullies that fucking tight that thinks I can just walk up to you and gotta intimidate you because they're big. Hell no, fuck that shit. And that. I love this. They're still using the meme, folks. They're still using it, and this is all they have against Tim Walz. Remember that angry feminist? This is her today. Here's the crazy part. If you actually watch this video, she wasn't even angry. They just took one still shot where she's making a funny face. The rest of the time, she's actually really fucking cool, really fucking chill. Just like Tim Walz is. So, hoisted by your own petard. This isn't the own that you think it is. But I'm amazed. They always stuck in 2016, folks. The greatest year for chuds. They're in like a time warp, never to escape. And man, I wish this woman had a dime for every time they used her picture. She'd be a billionaire right now. But they have nothing, folks. And last but not least, on Beyond Parody, let's end with the parody. The best Shady Vance imitator there is. Let's have a look.
Hey y'all, JD Vance here, and guess.
Let's turn it up a little bit. All right, try it again.
Guess what? I do curse words now.
Oh shit, that's loud.
Some of you may have seen a speech I made where I told Kamala Harris to go to HE couple of hockey sticks.
I did.
I also told some reporters that it was hot as shit outside. It felt good. I'm a bad boy now.
Bad, y'all.
I texted a guy I know that's in Opus Dei to ask him if it was okay to curse. And he said, go for it. So now I'm doing it. Shit, balls, wiener.
Wiener?
Humping.
Oh,
shark,
no.
Toilet.
Short?
Motorcycle.
Motorcycle. Too far.
Roulette.
Too
I'm going to swear more in my speeches now.
No.
So here's a little taste. Men's brains and women's brains are very assing different. That's why you never see a female Yu-Gi-Oh master.
Don't, never.
To the guy on the internet that said it's okay to take a vacation to Thailand, but if J.D. Vance took a vacation to Thailand, I'd call the FBI.
I would.
Shut the hell up.
Uh-oh.
F you damn
went
wiener
there.
sucker. Commode. Credit cards.
Commode.
Murder mystery birthday. I'm gonna put someone's hand in warm water at a sleepover.
Oh, no.
I got a backpack full of kick me signs. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go buy some sunglasses for the first time and watch some fucking Rick and Morty.
What? No, he did. No, he didn't say that. What? Bad boy alert. He gonna be beating all the ladies off with a fucking stick. Sexy JD Vance. I'm kind of into him now. And all right, gonna finish you off, folks, with one, count 'em, one hero. We're gonna be heroes just for one day. And first and last on tonight's heroes list, Tim Miller from The Bulwark was on Piers Morgan's show, and Piers was trying to push the right-wing talking point that Kamala Harris has never bothered to meet Donald Trump for some moral failing on Kamala Harris's part. This is how you treat Piers Morgan. You just steamroll his ass, talk fucking over him as he tries to talk over you, and crush him with facts and logic.
Do you know why Trump and Kamala Harris have never met, Pierce? Have you thought about it for a second? Do you know why they really haven't met?
Tell me.
Because he was a toddler, and he threw a temper tantrum after he lost a fair election. And for the first time in America since the Civil War, we did not have a peaceful transfer of power. We did not have a ceremonial transfer of power where the former president, like a man, goes and stands on the stage and greets the next incoming president, where he helps the incoming team with the transition, where the vice president's team meets with the other. That didn't happen last time because Donald Trump attempted a coup and he had a temper tantrum and he flew home to Mar-a-Lago just to go golfing and to hang out with the Cougars on the pool deck.
To be clear, all of which
That's what happened. That's why they haven't met, because he tried a coup.
Well, to be clear, at the time I heavily criticised him for all the things you've just said. But that doesn't explain why...
Okay, sure, but Corey Lewandowski comes on your show and he's like, oh, Donald Trump and Kamala haven't met.
Well, hang on.
Oh, my goodness.
No,
wow, that's so interesting. They haven't met. And then Corey's over there saying it's because Kamala was ineffective as a senator. No, it's because Donald Trump was supposed to be a deal maker, didn't meet with any of the Democratic senators. He said he was going to be the art of the deal man, but he didn't try to actually do any deals. All he did was insult people on Twitter, and then after he lost to Kamala Harris, fair and square, and Joe Biden, he didn't have the dignity to have a transfer of power for the first time in American history.
Dead body, Piers Morgan murdered. We hardly knew ye. And fuck off, Piers. That's how you do that shit. And all right, folks, gotta read the super chats, but if you bail out, please hit the like button. Please hit the bell. Please go sign up for my Patreon. And come join me right now at the after party. We're going to cover Lauren Chen's stand-up. You don't want to miss that. And a new Good Liars video, amongst other things, coming up right after this show right now. The after party. Be a hero and sign up. And V, $2. Here's a little for thanks, Kitty. Thank you, B. You rock. Hey, Dusty, I paid. Oh, yeah. Woo-woo. Good to see you, Caleb. Appreciate you. Agent Orange, what politician can I buy for this? Probably none, but you can buy my love, which you just did, Agent Orange. I love you. And Silver Mandalorian, $5. If we, USA, keep allowing what is happening today in Gaza, it's just as possible to happen one day, or here one day. Yes. It's only a matter of time before they put us in the rape camp, folks. Don't doubt it for a fucking second. We're the Goyim. We are there to worship. Trump is a charlatan like a soda is healthy. Hey, diet soda. It's not unhealthy, right? No. We need a fairness doctrine back. I wish. From your mouth to God's ear. And 5 from Incubus. 5 free tickets. If you got one, show up at That's Party coming up right now. And give Incubus your love. Jupe. Dusty, there's too many cheese wheels. Already read that one. All right. Let me go ahead and make sure nothing popped up that I missed. Fan funding. All right. Be easy on the trees. Once again, you're so adorable. Definitely. I'm going to take little baby bites. Yeah, no, hell no. I'm going to get blasted into the next week, dude. You know me. But I do thank you for them. Anything, what politician? I got that. Any other ones pop up? All right, I think I did it, folks. Hey, I'm going to be back Monday. It's the weekend already. Hell yeah. I'm going to take the weekend off, get fucking blasted to the moon. Thanks to some of you heroes that sent me shit. If you guys want to send me stuff, there is a link in every video I do to my P.O. box. You can send me whatever you want to. That would be lovely. So see you guys on Friday. I love the goddamn ever-loving shit out of each and every one of you and wish the best for you. Go join my Patreon. Do it to it. But as always, till next time, Logic, fuck yes. And all right, let's play. I didn't move the thing over. All right, let me go find a song to play while we're doing the kitty party. Let's see if any kitties show up to tonight's kitty party. What? Where the fuck is it? All right, here we go. We're going to play something on my audio list from SoundCloud. Let's see which we want to hear. We're going to play The River. The River. Let's play The River. Good song. All right. There we go. Hell yeah. All right, kiddos. You motherfuckers have been waiting for it. You ready? I gotta unbury it. I buried it in the blankets over here so they couldn't get to it. Come on. Unbury. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. There we go. Hell yeah! Woo-hoo! Cat treats. I gotta open it. Hang on. And these are the kind that have kitty nip in it. Catnip. I'm gonna get high as balls. Cats. Come on, everybody. Come get it. Everybody, let's go. All right, well, I guess tonight all we have, Misty, by popular request, Pretty Boy, and Half Stash, the same assholes. Come on and get it, dummy. Come on. Get up here. There we go. I see a Shadow Kitty over there. Miss Violet decided to join us. Come on, Rusty, you better come get it. It's good. Come on, baby Yoda. Get up here. Get the fuck up here. All right, whatever. All right, guys, gonna see you on Monday. You guys have a good weekend. That is a demandment. As always, till next time, Logic, fuck yes. Good night, everybody. Little Furrow. Hey, man. No, I already read that. Do I get money from the memberships? Yes, I do. I read that. Hello, Box. Get to 1. Thank you. 1 ticket. Hell yeah. Kitty Party says Ray Fuller. What up, Ray? Hell, say to you. Love you. Nice. Night, everybody. Did you get those last 2 super chats and gift? I think so. Didn't I get them? Out the party coming up. Switch over now.